be the best thing in your life. Baby, let's take a drive, take a drive.
Hello, hello. We are still on Lina Reef. We haven't sorted out the many issues that we found, so let's see what we do next. But first, this afternoon, we are going for another spearfishing session. Hopefully there's not many sharks, because if you've seen the previous video, in our last spearfishing session, we had to give up on trouts after trouts after trouts because sharks were just circling around us and getting a bit aggressive, and we have no protection against them. So we just gave up that spearfishing session. But this afternoon we're going to go to a different spot, and hopefully it's going to be a tiny bit better. We'll see. Hopefully we can catch something, and then after that, rest of the afternoon we'll probably spend trying to find a solution for those issues. And if we can't, then we might have to make the call of going back to Cairns. We'll see. So fingers crossed for us, and let's go spearfishing. To give you a bit of context, this is where we dropped the anchor, and this is where we went for that first spearing session. This afternoon we decided to go there, hoping there will be less sharks. The coral isn't very beautiful here, but there is decent fish life, so we thought we would be able to find something to eat. And it gets deep enough along the edges so that we can find big fish. But it only took a couple of minutes for us to spot the first shark in the distance. Still decided to give it a go. Let's see what they do. But they are coming closer and closer. Come on, we're not scared of a reef shark, right? Except there's more than one, and they are circling around us, clearly waiting for something. We tried to ignore them and continued our exploration, looking for the right size fish for dinner. And finally, Jan spots a decent looking trout. He couldn't get it on his first dive, but after following it around, takes the shot and BAM! Winner, winner, fish for dinner! Oh wait, Bruce the shark didn't miss the show, and he is coming. I'm not using a zoom here, that's literally how close it is, and let me tell you, I'm freaking out. Jan decides to release the trout. It's not worth getting bitten by a shark. But Bruce doesn't get it straight away, and still comes for Jan and his spear gun. After that, filming was just not a priority for us. We swam as fast as possible to the tender and left this area. No trout for us. So how was that spearfishing session?
Oh my god, that was so scary and sketchy. I shot 2 trouts. The first one, I don't know why, but the shaft went away. So like the trout just left. And at that point, 2 sharks came over and they were circling around us because they were probably smelling the blood. So we decided to go on to another bummy, which we did, where I shot a big trout. It's one of the biggest trout I've shot. I think it was just the limit to get Ciguateria. And as soon as I shot her, I saw all the blood coming out, and I saw the 2 sharks coming over. So I decided to let the shaft go, just in case they were coming for us. I grabbed the trout and we were moving to the dinghy, and they were very close, so I let the trout go to the sharks, but apparently they were more intrigued by me. So they came after me, and with the shaft I was trying to push them away, and one of them did bite the shaft. I was like, what the? It's just some metal piece, and he just bit it. So I just pushed it a little bit more, and it left like a little bit. So I ran away to the, run away. I just quickly swam to the dinghy, went up there, and left, because I was not scared, but like he was a bit sketchy. So no trout.
No fish.
No fish, but at least I've got all my fingers. I got a bit scared, like why did it bite the shaft? But I'm glad I saw them coming and I could let go of the trout. If not, they would have grabbed the trout probably, and they would have just taken the shaft, and I don't know if I'm stronger than the shark. So
Yep.
Yeah.
At least you've got your gun.
Exactly. So all good, but no fish. So we find an issue with the electricity of the bathroom. So the shower, the toilet, and all the equipment in the bathroom are not working. We tried to fix the issue, but we couldn't find it. So yeah, our only option is to get back to town to have someone looking at it, which is a shame because there's no town north from here. So we're gonna have to turn around, face the wind, and go back to Cairns. That's why we're up early this morning. There's 19 knots of wind, which means we're gonna bump into the waves massively. We have a long way to get there because downwind we flew. So we have a lot of track to cover.
Yeah, and don't forget to talk about the main. The cars are broken in 2 places, so we knew about one place which I wanted to repair somewhere here, but now there's 2 of them. Either get one that is sewed or one that's an actual car, and the second one broken is a car, so it's going to be a bit more difficult to replace. We might need to travel without the main.
Yeah, and if it wasn't moving that much, I would have changed the props so we can actually have the engines working better against the wind. But that's what it is, so we're gonna take the day to just try to make the maximum distance, and we'll see where it gets us, and we'll make a call early this afternoon depending on where we are.
Parce que je me sentais seule dans ma petite bulle. Je voulais danser mais je me sentais comme un funambule. Parce que je me sentais seule et t'es arrivé. T'as soufflé sur mon visage comme une brise légère au d'été. Viens on s'en va même si on ne sait pas vraiment où l'on va. Juste loin de là. Viens on part loin, qu'importe le chemin, qu'importe le destin. Viens juste on part loin. Je suis dans mon mood, j'ai besoin de rien, juste besoin de tes mains, de toi, de moi, de nous. Je suis dans mon mood, j'ai besoin de rien, juste besoin de tes mains, de toi, de moi, de nous. Parce qu'on nous a brisés, mais on s'est trouvés. Comme si nos larmes par nos fous rires étaient effacées. Parce qu'on nous a blessés, mais je t'ai rencontré. Comme si ce temps passé m'avait tout fait oublier.
So we finally got the autopilot to work, but it means we have a bigger problem than just the bathroom. Yeah, we're gonna need to do more work on the electrical side. But the first thing is we have to get to Cairns. So yeah, now that the autopilot is working, at least we can make progress. Because steering by hand is a pain. So at least I don't have to do that anymore.
Viens, on s'en fout de tout ce qu'ils disent, de tout ce qu'ils pensent. Ça n'a pas d'importance. Maintenant y a nous et puis c'est tout, c'est une évidence. Ils n'ont plus d'existence. Je suis dans mon mood, j'ai besoin de rien, juste besoin de tes mains, de toi, de moi, de nous. Je suis dans mon mood, j'ai besoin de rien, juste besoin de tes mains, de toi, de moi, de nous. Je suis dans mon mood, j'ai besoin de rien, juste besoin de tes mains, de toi, de moi, de nous. Je suis dans mon mood, j'ai besoin de rien, juste besoin de tes mains, de toi, de moi, de nous. Je suis dans mon
Hey, Blue Man Group,
Je suis dans mon
what the hell is happening here?
I'm not here.
I can see you.
Who do you want to talk to? I'm not Jan.
Why are you in disguise?
Because I think I'm better than the autopilot, but the sun is killing me. So here I am, hiding from the sun.
Oh, you look good, babe. Yeah, so the autopilot keeps failing. I don't know what it is, but essentially we are sailing too much into the wind, and yeah, the autopilot can't keep up, so it's a bit annoying. And also, like, this electrical problem, which is also affecting the autopilot, is quite scary because every time we stop it, we don't know if we're going to be able to start it again. So right now I've got Jan as my autopilot, or the blue man at the back of the boat. With the wind right in our nose, it was quite difficult to follow that angle, so we had to deviate a bit.
Viens, on s'en fout de tout ce qu'ils disent, de tout ce qu'ils pensent. Ça n'a pas d'importance. besoin de rien, juste besoin de tes mains, de toi, de moi, de nous. Je suis dans mon mood, j'ai besoin de rien, juste besoin de tes mains, de toi, de moi, de nous. Je suis dans mon mood.
The journey against the wind, but mostly against the waves, is never easy, and you can just tell looking at the boat on arrival. This was the trampolines before we left. Okay, the port one has a hole, but the starboard one is still in one piece. During the sail, I noticed the starboard one also had a hole now, and on arrival, the port one... That's not a hole anymore. There's barely anything left of it. Not good. Not so long ago, we sat in the same way telling you all about our plan to go to Indonesia, which was finally making one of our dreams come true. And we've thought a lot about this, about how much we want to go there, and also the fact that we have some friends and family that already have booked the tickets to come and join us. But in the end, we had to make big decisions.
And the decision is that we are not going to Indonesia this year. We are postponing it. So we are on our way back to Cairns right now to fix the head, buy some bits and pieces to fix whatever we found. Technically, we still have time to rush north to Thursday Island and cross to the Indonesia.
I think in the end it just all comes down to safety, but also our mental health. Just sailing north for a few days, we uncovered a lot of different issues. None of them are massive or insurmountable, but it just shows that maybe the boat is not ready. I mean, we did abandon her for like almost 3 years without any maintenance or love and care or anything, so...
Not on purpose though.
Yeah. We just feel like a lot is bound to happen and a lot is bound to break. And it's not so much of an issue where you are in a country like Australia where, you know, something breaks, you can go back on the coast, fix it, buy replacement, whatever. But when you are in a country that is a little bit remote like Indonesia is, where it's quite difficult to find anything, the little single problem becomes really heavy on it becomes a burden on your mental health, and it becomes really difficult to fix.
We don't want the stress of that will happen, and we saw a lot of stuff is going to happen, so we've decided that this year was a bit too early and a bit too ambitious, and for both our mental health and our safety, I think it's way better for us to just sail south. The cyclones are supposed to be from December to April, but they are most of the time around January, February and March. So we have a little bit of time to sail south and yeah, fix whatever is there to fix, do the upgrades we want to do, because yes, the list is big.
We just felt like the boat wasn't ready. At the end, it comes down to a gut feeling, and I think we've learned to listen to our intuition. So yeah, the new plan is sail south, go to Gold Coast, do some repairs, do some upgrades, and then we'll sail back north and probably go to Indonesia.
We are not giving up on this. This is why we started this whole dream of lifestyle. We're probably gonna get back to Indonesia, let's say next year, but
yeah, we can't tell you for sure this is going to be the plan for next year, because the reality of sailing is that plans change with the people you meet, with wind, the weather, generally, with sometimes unfortunately the breakdowns, and also with our wants and needs. So for now, this is the idea. We'll go to Indonesia next year, but maybe that will change. In the meantime, we're gonna enjoy time in Australia. We're gonna spend Christmas somewhere on reefs or small islands north of Gold Coast, and then go to Gold Coast for 3 months, do some of the repairs, and then start heading back north.
And do the upgrades we finally want to do. There's some cool stuff coming up. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But we're going to stop on the reefs while we go down. So we're just going to enjoy reef hopping.
So stay tuned for all of that. Make sure you subscribe. It's always the same thing. Give us a like if you enjoyed that video. What's that?
Thumbs up.
Oh yeah. We'll see you in the next video. Next time we'll be in Cairns, probably doing some of those repairs, and then we'll start heading south. Hopefully go on some reefs along the way.
Oh yeah, I want to spearfish. All right, let's go.